In our lives, we inevitably encounter people who are difficult to get along with. They are like unsolvable riddles or clouds we cannot escape. Our natural instinct is usually twofold: to endure or to flee. We long to clear away these unpleasant muck pits of our lives, believing that only then can we find peace. But true wisdom does not emerge after the muck is gone. It resides within the muck itself. Chapter 1. Observation. Seeing their pressure points. Confronting someone who causes you grief is where cultivation begins, through observation. As the master said, use your wisdom to observe. Is this a positive or negative connection? What effect is it producing? We find others difficult because we often collide head-on with their pressure points. Everyone has something they cling to, be it a fragile ego, a deep-seated craving for power, or an underlying sense of insecurity. The first step to benefiting someone is surprisingly simple, almost passive. Recognize the point they care about most, and resolutely refuse to infringe upon it. This is not weakness. It is a compassion born of insight. When you stop challenging their minefields, you have already reclaimed mastery over this invisible game. Chapter 2. Disappearing. Sacrificing the point to win the horizon. What if their pressure points are too many or too dense, leaving you no room to stand? The answer might surprise you. Disappear. This is not just a physical withdrawal, but a psychological stepping aside. When someone is desperate to perform, to control, or to be the center of attention, do not compete. Instead, proactively create the environment for them, building their desire for completion. This sounds like a monumental sacrifice. You might ask, I want to speak too. I want my interests protected. Why should I be the one to sacrifice? But this is the watershed of wisdom. Ordinary people only see the immediate gains and losses, fighting tooth and nail over a title or the final word. But one who understands causality knows that if you plant an extraordinary cause by fulfilling others in this moment, the entire world will conspire to fulfill you in the future. The fastest way to destroy yourself is to grasp greedily for the point in front of you. The surest way to achieve greatness is to offer the stage up entirely. Chapter 3. Transformation. The muck is the benefactor of the lotus. We must admit that the person who causes you pain is, in fact, an invaluable whetstone for your life. The master shared a profound metaphor. Your achievement depends on that muck for your lotus to grow. Without the muck, the lotus can never rise. From this perspective, the person who makes life difficult for you possesses infinite kindness. Without her nitpicking, how would you temper your flawless patience? Without their volatility, how would you forge an unshakable equanimity? If we were to sanitize our lives like a sterile laboratory, our souls would become frail and weak. Every interpersonal conflict and every encounter with a developing field of energy is an opportunity to sharpen your observation, your eloquence, and your inner strength. So, do not be in a hurry to drain the muck. It is the fuel for your awakening and the nursery of your wisdom. Chapter 4. Mindlessness. Lest wisdom turn into scheme. Of course, this act of fulfilling and sacrificing is never a hypocritical performance. There is but a thin line between wisdom and scheming. If you withdraw with the thought, I am yielding today only to reap greater benefits tomorrow, that is merely another form of greed. True cultivation is to apply the brakes, to let no hidden motive show. It is a profound empathy that arises after seeing through the limitations of all sentient beings. It is because I already hold a lotus in my heart that I do not fear standing in the muck. I step back because I see a larger horizon. I remain silent because I hear the deeper echoes of cause and effect. Epilogue. Tempering the heart through affairs. This is the nature of the world. Every time we experience a situation, we must elevate ourselves a bit higher. We use these less than beautiful examples to complete our learning and our awakening. Next time you face that person who makes your head spin, try saying to yourself, "Thank you, my pit of muck. Now, watch. My lotus is about to bloom."